And we're back after game 1 of this best of 5 series with Dignitas Challengers taking the win. Congratulations, Joey. You favored them going into this series, and they're starting off strong.
That's right. It was a free win for them. They did really well in lane. They had a great draft, and proud of the boys.
Yeah, not how we expected necessarily, Joshi. When we looked at Dignitas, we definitely favored them, or maybe not definitely favored them, but where we thought their strengths would be more in the team fight, more in once they group up and are able to fight for those objectives, not in the bot lane, winning the 2v2 against the lane that we hyped up to be the best in the league.
On their most comfortable champions as well, the Lucian Nami has been something that Joey was even highlighting. Is like, yeah, this is the kind of thing that Cloud9, it's their bread and butter. They play it every single time they have an opportunity to do so. They just got outlaned by Spawn and Diamond, which was not what we were expecting. Spawn, as you were saying, Joey, has really leveled up since he has come down and played in the Challengers League.
Yeah, it's been really impressive. Like, he played really well this game against one of the better bot lanes in a really comfortable matchup. So I think, like, eyes on him this series. I think him and Insanity have played really well that game.
I want to highlight the support matchup because we talked about it going into it. Did this live up to the hype that we gave, Joey? Because based on the laning phase, there was a couple of pretty hypey plays.
I feel like I want to see more from them.
Okay.
I feel like they could do more. Like, it wasn't that exciting. I feel like they didn't make any like game-changing plays. They just did their job, which is like good enough for them to win for Diamond. And I thought that the AD carry and mid were doing just a lot more this matchup.
Yeah, we've seen Zeyzal do some crazy things on Nami, and I'm looking for more of those.
Yeah.
I love how you say, you know, it's good enough for Diamond, the player, not the rank. But I
mean, if he played like that,
I was like,
you play like that, that's good enough for Diamond the rank too.
There you go.
Well, better than that, yeah.
Well, this is a Rally Cry halftime show, so we want to have some fun with. Since we have Joey on the desk here joining us, we'll have some more specific things for you as a player to have fun with, you as a support as well, later on in the day. But we're going to start off with an easy one for you. One of the ones that's a fan favorite from throughout the split. Simple hot take segment. Pretty simple to follow. I asked a couple of the broadcasters ahead
Rally
of the
Cry
show.
branded.
What was that? Rally Cry branded hot takes.
Real quick. What kind of hot sauce do you think Rally Cry hot sauce would taste like? Like, what are the base vegetables, Joey? What do you think?
I feel like it tastes pretty similar to Tapatio.
Tapatio? Okay.
That's my favorite one. Cholula's a close second, but Tapatio's incredible.
All right, good choice.
I don't know. Yeah, it wouldn't be that spicy, I don't think. No offense to Rally Cry, but I'm just saying, I feel like it would be like the one you put on your eggs, not the one that you try and, you know, kill your family with.
I do know none of our head producers is British. They don't have a lot of spice in their food. So
exactly.
It's like ketchup.
Exactly. That was what I was trying to dig at, but thank you for following me up there.
You need to be specific. These not strays.
From the broadcasters about this series, and we're going to rate them on hotness. Wait, I actually have some numbers here. Wait, this is perfect. Let's show the first one, and I'm going to find the number rating system that I have.
Is it from the memes?
Which is right there within grabbable reach. So, hot take number 1. Let's see whose it was and what it is. This is Mazel's hot take. Insanity solo kills Diplex 3 times. I asked in the series, and he said yes. So, throughout the best of 5, Insanity will get 3 solo kills.
I feel like it's really hard to get a solo kill. Like, I feel like Diplex, like, there's no way he's like that. Like he's a respectable player. Like, he'll go down 40 CS, but he's not gonna get solo killed.
So that means this is a hot take, right? Because it's unlikely to happen. So what are we thinking? We got 10. We got 9. Oh, it's upside down.
6, maybe not. I'd say 8. I'd say 8. I think it's like possible for it to happen. I just don't think it's that likely.
All right, we have an 8 out of 10 hotness level.
That's pretty hot.
Joey. Joshi, what do you think? You agree?
Yeah, it's pretty hot. I think Insanity getting kills on Diplex is very possible, but they're not likely to be solo kills. I think he really needs XQ to come in. As Joey was saying, Diplex does not get solo killed very often, right? He's somebody who is going to give up the CS rather than die.
Especially even in that game 1. We saw how ahead Insanity got. Yeah, Diplex got the 1 kill, so that felt good. Got the Herald charge, that felt good. But in the 1v1 later, Diplex was winning those. Yeah, matchup dependent, but still, I do think that is still a hot take for sure. Let's take a look at the second one. So, we have 8 for the first one from Mazel. It's pretty hot. It's pretty spicy. It's like mango habanero level right there. Magical says, Hoon in time overrated. Fake God is activated. Joey, how hot is this take?
I feel like it's about a 5. It's not that hot, but it's a little hot. I think Big God played really well that game for like his early laning. He got plates off early. He was up CS. Like, he was kind of like the pillar for Cloud9 that game. It's just like really unfortunate that top lane just doesn't matter. Like the Scion still got to the team fights, and it's like, wait, we have Lucian Silas, guys. Who's killing this Scion? And it's just like walking into them 1v5, not caring. It was like actually Giga Chad Hoon.
Yeah,
It really was.
Yeah, I definitely feel as though Hoon on the Scion was fine, but I definitely think that he's not the most impressive tank player on the team, right? I think when we start getting, if we ever get a carry versus carry matchup on the top side, Hoon in time is not overrated. So we'll see if it stays in the tanks, in which case it's, you know, it's not hot, but if we start shifting towards carries up on the top side, it becomes much hotter.
So like a conditional, maybe like between 5 and 8, depending on what the
Yeah, if only there were numbers between 5 and 8.
I know, right? I can't think of any off the dome. Take a look at number 3. That's not a number between those other two of our hot takes presented today. Now this one is a very hot take, in my opinion, but I want to hear yours, Joey. This is from Beatdown. Whoever loses this loses to Fear. I don't know why New is there, but it's
I thought
okay.
it was a Keck W.
Oh,
honestly.
that probably was, and he just misspelled. I just literally just copy-pasted. Also, this is the only one that I think was all caps as well. So this means that Fear have to beat Team Liquid, and then the loser of this loses to Fear, who beat Team Liquid. How hot is this take, Joey?
Yeah, this is like the one-chip challenge. I think this is probably by far the hottest take. I think for them to beat TL and then to also beat the loser of this match, like, that's like some really interesting odds. I think that's a little
10?
bit. Like, do you have a number higher than 10? Can you put like numbers at the end of it?
I can.
108? 109?
Check this out. Check this out.
910?
We can fold them, and then it's like a 19.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe something around there. I think this is really hot. I don't,
All right,
I
pretty
don't see
hot.
this happening.
Pretty hot. Pretty spicy. All right.
All right, wow.
Congratulations, Beatdown. You got the hottest take right there.
That's I have to agree though. Pretty hot. Like maybe not over 10, but like an 8, right? Like Fear have been looking quite good, but it does feel as though they've kind of gotten figured out a little bit more as we start going into the playoffs. And I think a lot of their identity benefits that they had during the regular season going to be harder to leverage in playoffs.
Okay. Well, I don't know if the next one's going to be able to live up to that hotness. Also, Joshi saying it's only an 8 is kind of, that's the hottest take that we've had so far.
Yeah.
That is the hottest take. Let's take a look at the final hot take that we have for this Rally Cry halftime segment. Spawn will end up higher DPM than Lost throughout the series.
Well,
Joey, what you got?
if I was going to say before the series, I'd say this is pretty hot. But after watching that first game, I feel like this is pretty mild. Like, Spawn played a lot better than Lost in that first game. I wouldn't even say this is hot. I'd say it's like a 4.
Yeah,
I think if Spawn keeps up the level that he played in that first game, I think for sure he'll outdamage Lost.
My organizational skills are falling apart. 4.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, the paper's all falling. You know, goodbye.
Yeah.
4 on the hot take there. Based on game 1, yeah, this.
Yeah, I got
this
to
is
cheat. He didn't. Yeah, he put this in before the games. Like, if I saw this before the games, I'd probably take an 8. But after seeing the first game, if I think Spawn can play to that level for the rest of the series, then I think he'll outdamage him.
You know, want to know a secret, Joey?
What's that?
Rafa actually gave this after game number 1 because he didn't respond earlier.
Not like this.
Actually, no, I'm not going to throw him under the bus. I forgot to reach out to him, and I didn't have enough from everybody else who didn't respond. So Rafa was a homie and gave one after game number 1. Joshi, though, do you agree 4 out of hotness?
That sounds about right, Steve. I think it is one of the things where it's not the hottest thing, especially because we have seen that Spawn did have quite a good game 1. If he's going to be outlaning Lost and Zazul with the help of Diamond like that, he's definitely going to be doing a ton of damage into whatever tank Fake Out wants to play.
All right, there you have it. I don't think that there were any egregious takes other than Joshi's tepid 8 on the hot takes for Cincinnati Fear beating.
That's pretty hot.
This match.
That's pretty hot.
8's pretty hot.
But like I can handle an 8. All right, I don't think I could handle a 10. I don't know. We'll see. But we have a surprise.
Let's go to
for
Coco
everybody
and we'll find out.
as we're getting in to game number 2, pick and ban. Joey is not going to be bidding farewell to us. He's actually going to be joining us for this one. We've convinced him to hop into one of the games with us. So thank you, Joey, for coming on this journey. And let us know in chat who you are rooting for by spamming C9C or DIGC for the fan vote. Joey, you said this is going 5 games, right?
Yeah.
All right, how does that happen? How does that happen? Set it up for us.
I think another draft gap from Dig. I mean, the side stayed the same, so we'll see if it's a salty run back. I'd like to see like Cloud9 do something different about the Zyra Khan because I think that is really comfort for Spawn. But I mean, I don't know if they really saw it as a problem. Like sometimes in draft, like you don't really want to like be like, oh, I lost to this, so it's a problem. You just like play against it again.
But you thought it was a draft gap from Dignitas, so you heavily favored what they were packing.
Yeah, once they picked the Scion into the Silas and Delusion, like they just didn't ever have the damage. Like, even if they got down, like, you saw what the Sign was doing. He lost lane, and he's, like, walking into them like a Chad. He didn't care. He just walked into them, took free damage. It didn't matter because it didn't damage him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what kind of comes through, right? As this is a very different answer, right? If you don't want to play against it, just pick it yourself. So now Dignitas, they have the option, as always, to try and take away the other half of the duo. The Recon has been one of these big tools, but I feel as though Xayah is just so safe against a lot of things that Dignitas want to do, and Lost plays it super far forward.
Yeah, I'm really curious, though, because last pick ban, Dignitas picked Recon without the Xayah, so it feels like they're a little bit comfortable splitting it that way. So I would have rather seen Cloud9 pick the Recon to like put them out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
And then the Wukong going over. Like, they first picked it, so I've got to take it away.
Yeah.
XC's Wukong is also very good.
Yeah.
It also kind of forces a cleanse out of Lost here as well, right? With the Recon and the Wukong. If you don't cleanse the charm instantly and then use the ultimate, you're going to hit by the rest of the crowd control as well. So Lost needs to be very careful. There's a lot more peel already coming out from Cloud9 as they are going to be grabbing the Maokai as well. So it might be harder for Diamond and XG to actually get on top. And oh my, look at that pivot. Look at that pivot instantly. We've been seeing Renata come out against the Recon a lot more, Joey, and it's so difficult now for Dignitas to actually get on top of Lost.
Yeah, I'm liking Cloud9's draft a lot more this time. I think the Recon and the Wukong have a really hard time playing into the Renata, as well as the Maokai, so...
Now, real quick, before we go too far, I do want to call out Rally Cry real quick. They're a production. They said, nah, you both straight up tripping. Any hot sauce named Rally Cry has to be the kind of stuff that's borderline unbearable. And then they liked their own tweet. That's like a self-high five, you guys. Come on, you're better than that.
Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. Rally Cry's hot sauce you could have with this. You know, this is what you get in Rally Cry's hot sauce. I probably shouldn't be trolling production so much. They're just gonna
fire right back. They're gonna do it. But as we start getting into it, we do see this area come through, Joey. Thoughts on this? Will it actually be able to hit?
I mean, its range got like nerfed a while back. I think it's gonna have a really hard time this game. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sounds pretty good at it.
Yeah, he played really well the first game, so I still have a lot of faith in him to play well in this game. And then they're banning the Yordles out again. I don't know what they have against Yordles. Kind of messed up.
I mean, what don't you have against Yordles at this point, honestly? This is another setup from Dignitas in order to try and look at a potential LeBlanc coming through for Insanity. It has been something he's been playing. It even happened in a couple of our replays that I pulled up before. But as the Jace comes through, they're kind of hedging their bets, right? They're not going to putting the ban on the Viger because I think Dignitas have accepted that if they go with too much dive, they're never going to beat a Viger anyway, right? So, like, there's so many things that you do have to deal with. And so as the LeBlanc ban does come through, I wonder if we're going to be seeing another Arya. I really would like to see a flanker come out for Insanity.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried, though, if Cloud9 gets a good matchup for the Veigar. Their comp kind of looks exotic. Oh, they just take away the Veigar. That's a good adaptation. I think if Cloud9 got the Veigar this game, it's just really impossible to play like teamfights with them. So, really smart by Dig to take that. Insanity, good Veigar player.
Yeah. He was one of the original ones. He was doing it into a lot of Azirs last year, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was playing Veigar back when I played with him on TL, like, ages ago, so... He's definitely comfortable on the champion.
Whoa!
Wait a minute.
Where's Palulu?
This is a pivot. Okay. Dude, this big band's getting really spicy. This is exciting stuff.
All right. Now we got to rate this one. How spicy is this draft so far? I got to say.
Let me grab the options.
The Velka is coming through. I was saying this team, they need poke. They need like something to pressure before. But Joey, we got one more pick here. What are we at already? Are we at a 9?
I'm at a 9.
Probably like a 7. Like, I'm used to
like
the Velkas. I played with Lulu. That guy picks Velkas every game.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Right,
you do see that a little bit more. All right. Now, what's potentially going to be coming through
I like the Gwen here.
The Gwen comes through. It is a little bit heavy on the magic damage coming through overall from Dignitas Challenge. Do you think that's going to be a problem?
No, I don't think it'll matter that much. I think that they just haven't had like, kind of face damage. The only person who's really going to build magic resist is the Scion. But if the Scion's like taking damage from this area, it's going to be fine anyway.
Yeah.
They're just trying to like kind of dive on the backline with the Gwen and actually like provide pressure. They needed someone that could flank because in straight up front to back right now, they just weren't winning.
Yeah.
So I think the Gwen pick's really good.
It's going to be a Abyssal Mask first build for Fake God most likely here, given the lane matchup. And also you're amplifying the damage from Diplex, who I keep going back to that. Like, this is not a champion that I expected Diplex to pull out, especially when they're down in a series. against Dignitas. If this was Balulu, yeah, I mean, absolutely, Joe, you got to play with his Vel'Koz, but Diplex just didn't strike me as that kind of player.
Honestly, same. That's why it's a little bit spicy. I am glad to see the non-tank versus tank top lane matchup. We get to like test the spice level on that one, and Hoon on a carry. So excited for that one.
Is Hoon in time, or is it overrated and fake got activated? That's what you got to let us know, Twitch chat, as we're into game number 2 for Cloud9 Challengers versus Dignitas Challengers, as Dig find themselves up 1 game in this 5-game series.
And Joe, I do want to go back to a bit of our central theme that we had today. It was beard support versus only small beard support coming through. We got the Renata, we got the Rakan coming through. Where would you place these guys in terms of like who's going to have a bigger impact this game?
I think it'll be harder for Diamond to have an impact this game. I think that the Renata plays really well into all the enemy champions and really well into the Rakan. It's like a bit of a blocker to the Rakan engages and stuff like that. So I think Diamond, if he plays insane, it'll show this game a lot. If he's finding these engages, like you'll see it. It's not impossible, and I think he's the type of player that he's creative enough to be able to find them for sure.
So a little bit of an invade there from Dignitas, level 1, looking for something good for Cloud9 to avoid it. Also, I want to highlight the fact that Rakan has sideburns, and we can't see the Renata Glask's face because of the mask, so we don't know which champion actually has better facial hair.
Well,
if that would be the decider.
Renata is a woman.
I feel like she has better facial hair.
Is she in Arcane?
Not season 1.
I don't think so. There's a character that's like really similar to her, but I don't think it's actually Renata.
Yeah, I didn't see Renata in season 1, but you know we'll go back to that in a little bit, as we do got to pay attention to where the junglers have been starting. Tomio is going to be doing the Wolves, whereas X is going to be starting with the blue. Gromp going to be going for more of a full clearance. So Tomio looks like they will get spotted here based on the way that he's laning off his jungle camps.
Yeah, I don't think really much is going to happen in this early game. Like you can see, the Zeri went for the Cole, so bot lane's probably not going to be looking to be that aggressive because it's not that easy in this matchup. Top lane's a bit of a farm matchup as well, so I think that it's just going to be like a lot of fights around objectives and it's just a farming early game.
Now this is exactly what Dignitas said that they didn't want going into 100 Thieves, or what Insanity said actually going up against Prey is like, well, I hope we don't just play mage on mage, farming mid lanes, but you know that's looking like what we're actually going to be getting. Insanity, you know, he doesn't love doing that, but he will, you know, whatever you got to do to get the bag, and this is definitely a spot where Hoon, with a bit more priority top lane, will spot out Tomio, again doing another cam, so Dignitas have had a really good tracking so far of Tomio in this early game. But as you said, Joey, I don't think it's likely to amount to much, just because both junglers on opposite sides of the map not as likely to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a full clear game. But I think the Maokai clear is faster than Wukong. Not with this clear like pathing, but in general, I think Maokai has faster clear speed. So
I love seeing the mind games that happen with junglers, because Dignitas with that invade, Tomio assumed that there was a ward on the blue buff, clears out Wolves, and then Gromp, and then goes to blue buff, and Hoon, right as the ward expires, goes down, drops it. Even though you don't see Tomio, you see the buff's not there. So by process of elimination, you know that he's in that brush clear in that blue buff at that time. So Dignitas do have a little bit of information to work with. It's so fun to see junglers trying to adapt given where they assume enemies have dropped wards.
Yeah, I do like Tomio's adaptation there. He was a little scared that after they got the early vision that actually might go for a late invade on blue buff on top side. So he just went over there, did it fast, and then went and back down to his bot side. He's a little bit slower in the jungle, as you can see, like he still hasn't finished his grab. But that shouldn't really matter that much.
Hyman was an engage there, but Zeyzal with the handshake pulls him back in. That's a low health bar. It's just Tomio look for a dive. It'd be a little early. Doesn't decide to.
Yeah, if the wave was a little bit bigger, I think they could like go for it and probably kill Diamond because he doesn't have cleanse. But the wave like being so small, he wouldn't get there in time. And then for this next wave, for sure.
Yep.
Still a good trade for Cloud9's bot lane.
Good call for it as well, right? As has been one of the best champs for Dignitas so far. I believe this is the first time I've seen Dignitas play a Vel'Koz, but I would not be surprised if he's played it previously. It has been one of those things that kind of always lurk in the shadows, especially as an easier counter pick. But as we start going into the rest of this game, I mean, we're looking at a game that is way more likely to go later than last game, just because it's going to be so much around like these objective setups, and there's a lot of scaling elements on both teams. If we start getting to 3-4 items, where are you really going to be looking? Who do you think is going to be the big players?
I think the Xayah and the Gwen are just going to be the most important characters. I think the Gwen can really pop off. Going back to the Vel'Koz, I checked, and he's played Vel'Koz 8 times in his career.
Yeah.
50% win rate.
Ooh,
4 and
Not
4.
great, but a pretty good KDA at
okay.
5.4, so.
All right, so give us a grade.
From like 1 to
He doesn't see
Balulu,
the
he's like a
gameplay.
7.
He's just looking at stats.
7.
I
It's
mean,
a terrible way to grade
the
people,
matchup.
Josh.
You can still give it a grade.
Well, he's not like 20 CS down at 5
Right.
minutes like he was last game, so I think he's doing a lot better in this matchup. So
True.
you'd like to see that.
Doing a lot better. Next, you come in here in the
XU
mid lane.
looking for the gank. Flash out from Diplex. Has to. Otherwise, you imagine you're just going to get bopped over the head and maybe even die. So, flash down on the Vel'Koz. Low mobility mid laner could be punished for that later.
Yeah, I'm glad
Honestly,
Oh, go on.
I think we're about to say the same thing. I'm really glad he flashed early.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I mean, you got to value your health bars. Tomio doesn't recognize XU's here.
Yeah, okay. Oh, the combo onto Insanity. Diplex has damage. Insanity had to flash away himself. XU preemptively flashes, thinks he can solo Diplex, and does! First blood to the jungler of Dignitas. Tomio will trade it on back. Now looking for Insanity. Doesn't have quite the chase down to the cooldowns on that W. So it's a 1-for-1.
That was one of those XU things I've seen in a while, right? Just going for the flash, making sure that he's going to trade the 1-for-1 out, take down Diplex, and make him uncomfortable in the lane matchup. Tomio doesn't have enough health, it looks like, to kind of stick around without potentially going down to Insanity, so that'll be a wave crash coming through. We're taking a look at this. It looks like a good start coming through for Cloud9, but as soon as Insanity is able to get out, the laser not going to be doing enough damage, and with the flash going through from XU, it basically guarantees a 1-for-1.
Crazy that the cage didn't stun Tomio at any point there.
That's what I was thinking. I think if the baby cage was a little bit better, I think that's just 1-for-0.
Grouping up around the dragon, though. Hot Rivers where action could come. Flash out from Tomio, and oh, Diamond's locked down! And just bursted out of the fight. Dignitas are down a champion. Diplex is pushing mid lane. Insanity could be in trouble now. Doesn't have flash, but he looks to be getting out of this skirmish. So Cloud9, they might have earned themselves a dragon, but they actually don't want to pull the trigger on it.
Yeah, I think they'll probably go back to it after Zayzel pushes them out here. Or he'll just do Crab. Wait, no, Crab's down. They're doing Dragon.
XU wants level 6 so bad. Oh, he doesn't get it, though.
I think that just kind of shows how hard it is to play Rakon into this comp. Like, he found a pretty decent engage. Honestly, it didn't look that bad, but he just so much lockdown from Cloud9 that the second he went in, he just got one shot.
Yeah. They're just getting pulled back into the other team, especially before you have level 6. You don't have a whole lot of extra tools left to use, and so it is going to be 2 kills already going over to Tomio at this point, but he is on a tank, not going to be the same kind of damage carry. It is worth noting that ever since the changes to Maokai, we aren't seeing the same kind of first strike AP Maokais anymore. It is going to be a Radiant Virtue, very likely to come out from Tomio, but I also think, like we were touching on the fact that there's a lot of magic damage on Dignitas, one of the things that I actually started looking at in these kind of compositions is people kind of forget that Spirit Visage is super, super strong on Maokai as well.
Heals off the autos, yeah.
Oh. Go. And he's like, I always like this guy.
Grasping and Dying built in, you know?
True.
What? I didn't like that sound.
No, that's what he does. He goes like,
Oh,
every
you didn't
time
have to
like
do it
he
again.
auto-attack.
It's okay.
We'll do it again. I'll be like Goofy.
Nope. Two was enough. 2 was enough.
Is it enough?
Twitch.
I feel like 3 times the charm. Comedy comes in threes.
Audio.
Comedy comes in threes, Steve. We'll have to find another opportunity to do it later on.
No. I can already imagine it.
Yeah, it has been.
See, that would have been appropriate. Yeah, then I would have been along for the ride. Let's catch up to current game state right now. As we talked a lot about lane in game number 1. I might have to shelve that as Tomio throws out the ultimate onto Insanity. That's a lot of damage from Diplex, and that's a dead Insanity as well. Tomio getting the kill.
Maybe he didn't take it.
definitely ace geometry in high school.
Yeah.
That was a really good key there to set that up. If that key doesn't land, Insanity could just like fully walk away, but he lands it, sets up the play really well for his jungler. And free kill over Diplex.
Yeah. I mean, great stuff coming through overall from Cloud9, really punishing a lot of these members. I mean, we already looked at the one with Renata versus Rakan, right? It is very difficult for Diamond to be super proactive in these spots, but we are seeing as well Cloud9's willingness to just go gank the player that has no flash. It has been something that we have been seeing quite a bit this year. We've attributed it to a lot of the veterans to just say, Tomio, come here. Come gank my lane. It's a free kill. Just use your ultimate and we're going to take him down. Okay, come here. Easy. And that's exactly what we kind of saw. The next question is going to be is if anybody else loses their flash soon, where Tomio will go next.
I want to highlight the fact that Dignitas used a really good window there to take Herald. They saw Tomio bot side, so even though they get the kill on Insanity and they don't have a mid laner, Gwen pressure topside earns Dignitas an objective.
Yeah, they're playing good League of Legends. There's always a trade opportunity. They use their ulti, so it's a lot harder for them to fight the Herald after that, even though they did get the kill. It's just not really that contestable for them to fight the Herald unless they're able to like move their bot lane up and actually have an advantage, because their 3v3 is a lot weaker topside after using the Maokai ult and the Maokai's ult.
Yeah. So the other thing that I kind of want to look at, one, Dignitas has gone crown, but two, Uppé way better in CS than we were talking about last game, right? They were down like 30 CS, I want to say, at 10 minutes last game. But this time they're up a little bit. They're on a decent scaling campaign, and next ult comes through.
Another Nature's Grass. Ooh, Spawn actually takes it with the cleanse, but the focus was Diamond the whole time. Has to flash away. Lost going deep for that one. Doesn't have flash, doesn't have ghost, and now in a load of hurt. But gets back to safety with the recall onto Exu. Maybe Exu's the one hurt, and double kill to Lost.
Oh, the aggression coming through from Lost here. This is what Zeyzal keeps talking about. The guy he loves playing with.
He flashes in, takes out Lost, who was not expecting that. Handshake away, says, I do not want this one. Zeyzal and Tomio retreat.
Wow.
I like the aggression from Spawn there to get that trade kill at the end.
Yeah, that's really big, actually. Like, getting a little bit more money there, trading back in the fight, because we get to see, right, the amount of aggression that starts coming through here from Cloud9. And honestly, great stuff from Spawn to take it and then cleanse it. But I also love the fact that Zeyzal, like, okay, cool, I'm going to go for the other one. I actually find the one on the guy that does not have cleanse, and as they start to back away, I feel like I've seen this exact clip from Lost multiple times on the Xayah, backing up, staying alive with almost no HP, but still able to take down anybody who's chasing him. I think it was actually into another Wukong the last time we saw it. Was it into Exu? I think it was into Exu, actually.
It might have been. Is there just like some beef between these two players?
No, it's just the way that Lost is always kiting out with the Xayah, and the last time he was doing it, it was down here in the bottom lane. And he was just kiting out the Wukong yet again, and it has been a kind of a theme that we've been seeing with Lost so far over his gameplay. But now he's got no summoners, has no ultimate, but does have a completed Mythic and has a lot more control.
Oh, Insanity has to flash out. Tomio in the cage. Do they have the damage to take him out? Does not look like it, as Zeyzal's nearby. Won't find anything onto Exu. I see a QSS from Insanity there.
He had Summoner's Spellbook Cleanse.
Oh, that makes more sense.
And actually didn't have the ulti there, so they didn't have enough damage to trade the kill. But now ults are down for Dragon. Like I said, there's a cost to every play. They should be stronger in this Dragon fight.
Oh, they might still get Diplex. He walked into the cage! Oh, and Insanity gifted a kill.
That's feeling good.
All right, cool. Cool beans there for Insanity. He gets a free one. Going to be getting a lot more off of the plates as well. Going to be at least probably 3 plates going down here with all the health that is still on the Rip Herald. See how many they get. Yeah, it's going to be 3 plates. Insanity gets 1 by himself and shares the other 2. So 2 for him, 1 going over to Exu. A lot of money just injected here into the mid laner, and we saw how well they played last game.
Trading drag so far. Dignitas getting the second one. Killing Diplex immediately to an objective. Earlier, Insanity died, they got an objective. Dignitas are so focused on how to get any incremental advantages in this game. Very impressed, Joey. You were talking about that before. There's a trade for every play. And Dignitas seem like they're really comfortable taking these trades.
Yeah, they knew exactly what they had to do on the back end. Them getting the Dragon there is a really big bonus because they're scaling so well. Like, all their champions like scale insanely well. That they're going to be able, if they ever fall behind at some point in this game where they can't fight, they can always just trade now again. And it's feeling like a really good game state for them. I'd feel really confident from this position as Dignitas.
So with that in mind then, how do Cloud9 kind of come back? You were saying that this game goes late. You were really looking at Lost on the Xayah. They already picked up 2 kills. Tomio's also a much stronger front line than we were kind of expecting. What are Cloud9's major tools to try and make sure that Dignitas can't roll over this game?
Yeah, so they're still not really winning the mid 2v2 for Dig side. Like, the Veigar has no flash, so they can really look to punish that, like they did before with landing the Vel'Koz Q into the Maokai ulti and just one-shotting him. He doesn't have Merc Judge yet either, so I think Cloud9 can still just play mid to bot, try to look for advantage there. They're still really strong on their AD carry. They really want to try to open the game by just breaking this bot tower, and that should be like their focus. They're setting it up now, they're getting their river vision. They're just going to take it step by step to make sure that they can break this tower.
All right, and as they start to take more control, like you said, they do got to get the mid priority coming through from Diplex, but there's the ult onto Insanity, no flash.
Yeah, oh, just the edge. And now Fake God comes wrapping around underneath the turret, fancying himself a dive. Making a couple turret shots while at it, though, so Insanity gets out.
Yeah, honestly, really good stuff. A loss to Zazel, also wailing away. The ult.
It's ult from Lost. He has the Ghost. Does not have flash yet. Is safe for right now. Diamond doesn't get much more for that engage.
Yeah, the problem is this, they're probably going to lose their bot tower now. Once the Zeri doesn't have ulti, their Khan doesn't have ulti, there's not really that much threat going down on them.
I don't think they needed to go for that. I mean, Hoon's winning topside. I actually would have liked to see Dignitas play a little more reserve down here.
Yeah, he saw the angle. If Lost didn't ulti the initial W from Diamond, then he probably would have died, or like it would have been like a really good trade for them, and then they just get more on the map, and it'd be like even more winning than it was. But it's definitely a risk that not necessarily had to be taken.
Yeah.
But you can't fault them for taking it. I think it's a good look regardless. Like if he lands it, it'll always feel good. If it doesn't, it'll always like feel bad. So.
Yep. We often look at that when there are big plays being made. You either look like a genius or an idiot, right? Like that's just kind of how it works. Ult from Diplex used to try and force Insanity out, but not the most effective
Stacking
ultimate.
first strike, you know?
Yeah, easy money. Looking for Tomio.
Oh, he's in danger. Diamond's here as well. Nice buffer with the Bramble Smash. Knocks back Diamond, prevents the knockup. And now Diplex is here, but without this disintegration ray, Diplex had ult. They actually might be able to turn more there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took the guaranteed gold now rather than the chance for gold later. I know Balulu does that a lot as well. When you're playing the Vel'Koz, you use the first strike on your ulti, just chunk them out, you get a free like 60, 70 gold. It's like a cannon minion, you just slowly accumulate a lead.
Yeah, it's the Karthus way to do things, right? But as we start looking at the map yet again, Cloud9 are here on the Rip Herald in force, but they are down a lot of big ultimates, right? They do not have the ultimate from Xayah, they don't have the Vel'Koz ultimate, they don't have the Maokai ultimate. Dignitas have everything and they're coming to contest.
Yeah, it's a low Herald though, it's secured. Can anybody pick it up? Hoon's pushing everyone off, so I think Cloud9, they got the big dopamine rush from securing the objective, but they're not going to get to use it as Dignitas push them off.
Yeah. It's the cost of the play, right? By going for that gold before, Tomio getting caught out a little bit. That is going to be no ultimates available. They cannot really take the fight, and so now Dignitas are here in force in the mid lane.
And Diplex has flash available. How hard do they want to force this? Ooh, gets that. That was Ghost from Insanity. Looking for the cage, cannot find it.
Yeah, that's always going to feel a little bad for Dignitas. They were a bit late to the party, even though they were stronger. Like, if there was a fight, they definitely would have won it, because just Cloud9 not having their ultimates. But they couldn't get anything off, so it just, like, that sucks.
Oh, there it is. The gold coming through.
How much was it? I didn't see.
I don't know, but I'm just imagining because he hit 2 abilities and got the passive stack, so, you know.
Yeah. Now, the big thing, Steve, do you know how Vel'Koz passive works in relation to his ultimate?
You stack up 3 times. I'm going to get back to that because Cloud9 are walking into a death brush. Diamond finds him out, locks him down. Zazel with a really good ultimate, and now teleport's coming in. Cloud9 might turn this play.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me? Oh, the teleport from Fake God is massive as Diplex gets the first kill. Insanity's taken down.
Wow, is Andy the only person to go down in that as well? Zazel still alive. We were talking about how good those ultimates are for disengaging. Zazel catching every single member in that fight, and they both get out. And now Cloud9 with positioning on this dragon have so much more control. Tomio going to be hitting this, and I mean, XU could try and come in for a steal, but Cloud9 have so much pressure around the dragon.
Cloud9 should just get this one, unless XU wants to go for a steal. Has Smite available. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, Hoon.
Probably will look for it. Now they see Fake Out up here with no teleport. Cloud9 Challengers might have stuck around too long. XU can go for the 50-50. Doesn't get it. It's good from Tomio. Now Lost actually getting real aggressive on the Diamond and Spawn. No kills. Dragon secured for Cloud9.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel too bad. They at least got the top tower. I think that the look from them initially there was pretty good. I'm surprised that no one died off it, but I like the creative idea to just fight them on their setup, because you know they're gonna walk in to fight the dragon, and looking for the pick off it seems really good. I have to see the replay, but I felt like it should have worked.
Yeah.
Ooh, that gold diff from Hoon. Wow.
Wow. There's a lot of money.
Getting a lot done.
Got a lot of money coming off of that, and so it is going to be a lot of pressure coming here for Hoon in the side lane. Not looking overrated right now. We do see Fake God one of their best champions as well. We have been seeing a lot of Sion coming through from Fake God so far, but down, 50, 60 CS. We've been saying that they have been the weak side king, but it looks like Hoon trying to dethrone them. There's been no attention from the top side from either jungler really, and now as you flip the map, Hoon's already got 2 turrets up here all by his lonesome. He's gonna be able to go down towards the bottom side. Should be able to find a couple more.
He had another death brush from Dignitas. Lost is sniffing it out, doesn't want to walk up. Also, Insanity is showing. Now does Tomio realize something's fishy? Not just the river.
Oh, it's a scuttle crab. It's a scuttle crab.
Is a scuttle crab a amphibian? No, that's not right. A fish? We're gonna pretend I didn't
yes, it's
say
a fish.
It's not a fish.
Yeah,
it's a
scuttle crab's a
crustacean.
fish.
There we go. There we go.
We made it. We got there. There's another ult coming out from Tomio.
As the mid lane turret will go down. Vel'Koz is passive. let me flex some knowledge I do have. Every ability you land stacks it up once, and then the ultimate does more true damage based on the stacks that you have. Boom.
There you go. And when you get that 3, it just does
abilities.
burst of true damage there as well. Woohoo!
Yeah.
I'm always shocked. Joey, what is the most recent thing about a champion you learned that you didn't know about?
Oh, there was one that really blew my mind the other day. I can't remember it right now. I'll try to think about it.
Okay.
But
When you come back
I was
to it.
like, for sure this is the interaction. And my team was like, no, it's always been the game like this.
Yeah. My favorite
There's,
one was Zeka didn't know the you had to target your Yasuo ultimate. But we'll get back to that. We're seeing this turret go down, and we didn't quite see a scuffle happen towards the top side. But we are starting to see a lot more pressure coming down towards the Baron buff as well. When you think about what the interaction was, we'll talk about it more.
Makeout's not handling this side lane too well.
Oh.
He's using the W to try and wave clear.
Ooh. Tomio.
And then getting chunked out, losing the shield. Now Insanity has
No
flash
cleanse.
available. Tomio's there with the Bramble Smash. Federico, that's a kill! Vigard down. Now Hoon says everybody's topside. I can maybe look for something down here. Oh my goodness! Hoon with the burst damage. That was insane.
Wow.
Use his ulti.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He still has the ultimate available. Hoon just popping off over here in the side lane. That's a solo kill for Hoon. He's already became the most solo killingest player in the league. We were saying that Fake God is basically never the reason why his team loses, but he's dropped 2 turrets on the top side. He's dropped a turret bottom side, getting solo killed now. Hoon is a huge problem. Look at that. 270 CS at less than 23 minutes.
I would love to see Magic resist on Fake God. If you have to answer the Gwen, armor's not going to cut it. Let's get another look at the replay here. This was a good pick for Cloud9.
Yeah. I mean, good play. Very classic. I love Tomio holding on to the root as well for after the flash to come through from Insanity. They come up relatively easily, but here, I mean, Fake God just not respecting the damage that Hoon can do. Great stuff coming through from the relatively young top laner in Hoon. He's been so good in side lanes. He, again, the most solo killingest player in the entire league.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Hoon in
M&S
time.
who can't defend that
Hoon in
title
time.
because he's no longer here.
True.
Yeah. Alright, I remember the interaction. So we were playing a lot of Senna lanes towards the end of the split, and one of them we were playing was Senna Gragas, and I didn't know for Gragas if you hold the Q longer, it's not like I know when the barrel goes red, it's like max damage. I didn't know if you just keep holding it, even if it doesn't go red, it still does more damage.
What?
I didn't 100% know that, but I
Wait,
would've
you
guessed
mean
it.
like there's a gradient to the damage?
Yeah, there's a gradient to the
Yeah,
damage
okay.
on Gragas Q, yeah.
I was
didn't
like,
know
if
that.
you continue holding the button, it's like, no, okay. I was like, there's no way. Yeah. But see, that's one of those things, like, there's so many little interactions that are always there. As Lost gets stunned!
Oh, that's massive from Insanity! And he's dead.
He's dead. That's his ult.
Huge bailout, not enough to save the AD carry. Dignitas can reposition, Dragon spawning in 4 seconds. That is almost guaranteed theirs now.
It doesn't feel as though this game has been about Zeyzal or Diamond at all. You guys have been so focused on how well Insanity can play. It's gotten caught out a couple of times, but now the rest of his team is starting to move over towards the Dragon, and there's no real Baron threat coming through from Cloud9 when they don't have an AD carry.
Yeah, I guess it's just both supports are just good enough that no one's really getting an edge on the other one. So it doesn't really seem like they're doing anything. It's just because they're both in the right spot at the right time all the time. But yeah, like really good catch out there from Insanity.
Yeah. It's moments like that, Joey, where, I mean, Joshi mentioned this in Pickman. He took Ghost instead of the Cleanse, which could have maybe saved him in situations like that. What do you think as a player when you see summoner spells retroactively? Obviously, we have the, the privilege of being able to see the game without the pressure of playing it. But those little moments, those little decisions of like, oh, that could have saved your life if you had just made this one little change in your runes and your summoner spells.
Yeah, for me, I always tried to make Wixie take heal more often than cleanse and just tell him to position better or play better. The heal in the 2v2 just feels so strong. Like we played really aggressively, and I always felt like we could get a lead from having heal or like ignite or whatever. So I always tried to like push him to like really focus on the laning and not so much care about the cleanse value later. But yeah, my AD carry has Ghost, so I'm kind of sad. I always want at least heal or cleanse. If they have Ghost, like you just feel so much weaker in the 2v2. But I don't think it's wrong this game because the bot lane matchup is just going to be farming anyway, so the Ghost should scale really well into this game.
It does a lot of work in later team fights. But can we talk about the fact that Hoon, we haven't talked about him as much as we need to be. This guy has over 300 CS, 26 minutes, and a Rabadon as his third item to play. We get the fight.
Trying to get in onto Zeyzal, reposition. Zeyzal still has hostile takeover, so Dignitas cannot push too far in the Cloud9's little choke point here.
Yeah. This is all delaying actions though for Hoon.
Yeah, like, I mean, he's taking another tower on his face. He's almost Hoon Horizing him. Like, he's just winning the matchup really hard. So I'm glad to see the non-carry matchup for them. They gave him 5-pick this game. He didn't play a tank, and he's playing really well.
Yeah, I like that Hoon Horizon. What is a Flame Horizon anymore? Hoon has got so much more money currently in this matchup. And so Dignitas, the rest of their team, like, it feels really good. You have a Viger scaling, you have a Zeri scaling, and you're just like, yeah, Hoon, do your thing. Unless they have an opportunity to deal with you, you are good. He's taking a 5th turret in the face of Fake God.
He can just solo kill Fake God right here. Pop ult. Oh, he's not going for it. Playing very reserved right now. Will take down the inhibitor.
I'm trying to force.
I mean, honestly, you can literally force to end the game if your team buys you enough time here. That Gwen took those turrets lightning fast.
Oh my god! And look at this. I mean, Dignitas are literally just being like, you have to stay with us, otherwise we're going to take things on this side of the map. Even if Hoon dies, he's got a 650 bounty with only a single kill, and now they're trying to dive?
Yeah, because Diplex had to go to help
Hoon's here too.
The wave. XU had a short window there, but Lost clears the wave, so Dignitas cannot dive. Tomio's actually very isolated right now. Oh, you gotta be careful. Diamond sees him. Jumps in. No follow-up from the damage dealers yet, though. It looked like Dignitas weren't all on the same page there.
Yeah. Still, though, like, I don't know how Cloud9 can come back from this, right? They need Fake God to be there to engage, but if they do that, just for fun. Who can end the game? There they go.
Oh, Flash drops down the cage, locks down Zeyzal. Hostile takeover still up. Throws it out. Is it enough? Does not look like it for now. Diplex is joining in. We'll have to put in a lot of work as Hoon chases away Zeyzal. Everyone's dying on Cloud9. Even Diplex has to flash away under turret because Hoon is such a problem. Dignitas win the fight.
Redemption coming through for Hoon. He was not looking great on Dignitas last year, but 2023 has been the year of Hoon. Once again, finding so much pressure down here in the bottom side. 5 turrets in the face of Fake God. Over 100 CS in advantage. Another kill coming through. This game has been so much about Hoon off in the side lane doing whatever he wants. And even here, as you see the dive coming through for Dignitas, this is pretty messy, but Hoon comes around on the backside to clean up a couple of these kills. There he is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Hoon as a player, I think impressed me the most this split. I kind of thought he was a bit of an inter, I'm not going to lie, after his time on Dignitas for his first split there. I I never thought he like played that well. He kind of didn't really like, he looked really shaky in a lot of his games.
Yeah.
But like this split, he's like solo carrying a lot. I remember I was thinking about this matchup last night. I was like, I feel like there's gonna be at least one game that Hoon's gonna solo carry.
Oh, see Dignitas fighting around the red buff. Don't take it. One of my favorite quotes about Hoon was actually last summer when he got promoted to LCS, and I was watching his debut game with Insanity. I think he was like 0-3 on Fiora or something. And Insanity says, oh no, Hoon's the type of guy where he can be 0-3 and still say, oh no, I'm going to solo kill this guy, don't worry. Like, he just has so much confidence in himself and willingness to go for aggressive plays. Sometimes it gets a little precarious, but when this happens, yeah, no, he's the guy you want on your team.
Yeah.
I wonder where I Will Dominate is now. He was kind of beefing him a bit on Twitter.
He's level 18! He's level 18 on 4 items!
1v4 right now. Does he realize this?
Yeah, but
I don't think he cares.
Doesn't matter.
He wins
I think
this.
he actually wins this. There's just not enough magic resist, although he is chunked out a little bit there.
But like he doesn't care about Diplex damage at all as long as he maintains range. The rest of the team, they have the Baron, they're hitting this turret. That is 3 members going over to deal with Hoon. Honestly,
if he gets CC'd, he's like fine. Where the Diplex can get the combo off before he gets the W off, but like the Vel'Koz can never step into the range of the Gwen or he's just dead. So
yeah. I mean, this has been one of the most dominant games from Dignitas, and it doesn't have that many kills as the handshake doesn't even pull them in.
Oh, Diamond, ooh, very respectful right there, jumping all the way around. That's 2 inhibitors down now. Supers are still pushing bot. Cloud9 have to answer that, and that is just not the damage you want to see from your Vel'Koz hitting a combo onto an AD carry.
6 turrets from Hoon.
That's insane. That's going to be all inhibitors down. Hoon's going in for it. Might just kill Fake God right here. Ooh, very respectful stopwatch. As he now repositions, all inhibitors down, double supers in every lane, and Cloud9 are going to have to mount the defense of their lives as these Baron-powered minions are hitting these Nexus turrets. First goes down. Dignitas look for more. Exu taking a lot of damage from Lost. There's Azel's down, though. Just gets popped. And Lost has no backup while Hoon 1v2s at the Nexus. Wrap it up, send it home. Game 2 belongs to Dignitas.
Wow. Wow, Joey. That is probably the best game from Dignitas I've seen. It's the world is upside down. Everybody's coming.
That makes sense. Is this a 9? Is it a 6? I don't understand. What's
It's
the
a B.
spice level these
It's a B.
days?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Crazy stuff coming through from Dignitas, right? I mean, we were looking at how effective Insanity was being for a little while. We saw a lot of strength coming through as well. From
We're really chilling here. We're really good for it.
we're really just hanging out. But
You know
so
what?
much pressure coming through from Hoon. That was one of the craziest games I've seen. 6 turrets in the face of Fake God, and he could do nothing about it.
The world might be upside down, but Dignitas are feeling pretty good about it. They're up 2-0 in this best of 5 series, so we're going to send it to a short break while we give the players time to rest and recuperate and get ready for game number 3. We'll see you after this.